setting up some Wi-Fi settings. March and a snappy young maid. And who are the two handsome young men next door? And how do they fit in? Let's find out as the Let Your Light Shine Theater Class presents Christmas with Little Women.
At this time, would you please silence your cell phones? We hope you enjoy the show.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare in room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
Take these, Meg. I left the script in the attic. We know our lines by heart, Joe. We don't need a script. And after this Christmas night play, I don't intend to do any more acting. I'm getting too old for such things.
Oh, Meg. 16 isn't old, and you make such a splendid stepmother.
Yes. Somebody get to school for Rapunzel's Tower.
I guess that's my job since I play Rapunzel. And I'm so hungry I'll probably faint and fall off the stool. When is Mommy going to come home for breakfast?
Not until she's done distributing the last of the warm ones. You can wait, Amy. After all, the whole family should be together for breakfast on Christmas morning.
With Papa away, the whole family can't be together. Till this last war is over.
Josephine, you know that you shouldn't use that dreadful slang. You sound just like a boy.
I used to think that I'd have to grow up and be like Aunt Blanche and wear long gowns and be as prim as an asper. It's bad enough to be a girl anyway, when I like boys' games and manners better. And it's worse now than ever, for I'm dying to go and fight like Papa, but I can only stay at home and knit, like a quirky old woman.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it. So you have to learn to be contented as you are. This is what we hope this March to years.
I'll just be devastated through people from out the letter.
Wait, what?
Devastated. Simply devastated.
Oh, stop using words that are too big for you, Amy. You mean devastated.
That's what I said. Devastated.
Your absurd words are just as bad as Joe's slang.
All right. Amy, climb up in your tower and tie on those long braids. Oh, Beck, put on your spider's costume. And Meg, put on your nose and rouge. You know, of course, that we'll be performing this in the dining room, so that the portiere can be the theater curtains. But right now, with the table set, we'll just have to rehearse in here. All set, Amy?
Yeah.
Shame on you! Joe, this nose is ridiculous. I could barely breathe.
Oh, stop complaining, Meg.
Why do I always have to be the stepmother? I'm always somebody evil. I mean, why can't I be a princess? I want to be the Duchess. Why can't I wear this?
Well, it wouldn't even fit you, Meg. That was from
How would you know? I haven't changed that much in 5 years.
Well, you say so.
You are absolutely a bum. Like,
It's a mouse! It's dead. Oh, it's dead, is it? Amy, you like dead mice?
Joe,
When you're making dead mice, I'll work with Steve. Then I'll make sponge.
Joe!
Purple and red.
Just be off! Joe!
Oh, look, it's the boy next door.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Lord.
Oh, call me Laurie, please. My name is really Theodore, but the boys at school call me Dory. So I quickly changed it to Laurie. I have something for Grandfather. May I bring it over?
Yes?
You seem to have lots of fun.
We do. Oh, we have to wear hats and birthday. Who's Papa's white house president?
He's a chaplain in the army.
Who's Papa's a chaplain in the army?
Chaplain's family.
What I said. Since Papa is in the army, we have to work extra hard to support ourselves. Joe helps Aunt Marge, being two and doing little items for her.
Oh, it's no bed of roses, I can tell you. She's father's me now. Is fussy and crotchety and complaining as a two-day toothache. The only reason I chose the job is because she has a wonderful library, and I love to read. Sometimes when she nods herself to sleep, I'll tiptoe to the Dickens shelf and escape for an entire hour.
Charles Dickens?
Of course.
I heard him speak in London.
London? You've been in London?
Paris and Rome, too. Grandfather likes company on his travels.
I'd give my fortune to see Europe. Any of it. I've heard so much about Paris. I think I could find my way around blindfolded.
Even on the chance that you could see.
You mean the Champs-Elysees?
Whatever.
Some take this. It's a plum pudding for Grandfather.
I'll take it to Hannah.
What's this?
It's a Christmas present from nice old Mr. Lawrence from the mansion next door.
Oh, there's a nice plum pudding in it I ever did see. It was for your corn on the top.
I can't see if Miss March is back yet. Pretty nice and young with you for the biscuits are ready to live.
I say, I didn't mean to come over before breakfast.
You didn't really. Ordinarily, we'd be up from the table 2 hours ago, but Mary is carrying on Papa's work with the poor, and we're waiting for her.
Father is always trying to help someone, and that's why we have to work. I help out in the nursery governess to the King family, but it certainly doesn't pay for a very elegant wardrobe.
Well, you don't look very elegant with that smug on the side of your face.
She's playing a stepmother, Hannah. Just keep the oven hot and everything will turn out all right.
I have to keep it hot for the goose. I could use some help with plugging it.
I'll be right in.
Not now, Beth. We'll all help later, Hannah.
I've heard that before.
She's awfully good to us. She makes us hot turnovers for lunch. When Meg and I go off to work and Amy takes her art lessons, they keep her fingers warm on the way. Now, where were we?
We were in Paris on the Champs-Elysees.
Your grandfather must be awfully rich and travel in Europe.
He's an India merchant and imports tea and spices and silk on his own ships.
What's it like living with your grandfather? Where are your mother and father?
They're both dead. My grandfather never liked my mother. In fact, my father went away to marry her. She was lovely and an accomplished musician that he met in Italy. Grandfather hates anything that reminds him of her, and that's why he doesn't like my playing the piano. That's really all I want to do.
I know. You play awfully well. I've heard you in the summer, when the windows are open.
Why don't you come over sometime and we'll play you a concert on our grand piano?
You don't play the piano every minute. Why, at vacation time, I've seen you bending over books in your garden. Oh, with the young man helping you.
Well, that's Brooke, John Brooke. My tutor. He helps me with all the work on this whole traveling.
He looks very nice.
He's a good sort. He took care of his mother until she died. Still supports the old woman who nursed her.
He sounds just as good and as generous as Father.
So he is.
I'm fabulous.
Mean, famished.
I'm hungry.
Merry Christmas, my dears!
Mommy!
Oh, and Merry Christmas to you too, young man.
Mommy, this is Theodore Lawrence next door.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. March.
And he brought us plum pudding. His grandfather sent it to us.
Well, how very thoughtful. We'll have to send him some of Hannah's cranberry sauce.
I got it through the front door. It will only take me a minute to do breakfast on the table.
Oh, wait just 1 moment, Hannah. I want to have one more with my little women before we sit down to eat. Come on. Girls, I have just come from the Hummel household. The mother has just had their 7th child. There is absolutely no food in the house and no coal. All of the children are huddled into one bed to keep from freezing. My girls, would you give them your breakfast as a Christmas present?
I'm glad you came before we began.
Oh, we'll not only give them breakfast, but also about their cold.
I can give them the red inside donut cookies. I love them dearly, but
Oh, they were full of nuts anyway.
I thought you'd do it. We shall all go over and deliver them breakfast, and then and milk and make up for it at dinner time.
I'll put the goose in the oven right now.
But it's not cooked.
I'll put it in. So it's not. Y'all be done in after Carolyn Crow lets us know.
She doesn't sound too happy about your philanthropy, Mrs. March. I'll go pull the feathers out for her.
Thank you, Theodore. Call him Laurie, Mother. He prefers it.
I'll get our plates in the lunchbox.
And we'll pack the basket.
Oh, get the door, baby!
I can't. I'm buried in coats. You get it, Meg.
Good afternoon, Mr. Brooke.
You know my name?
Laurie told us. You must forgive me. We're rehearsing for a play. I'm the stepmother.
You don't look much like a stepmother to me.
They all say I'm a whore to that.
It doesn't sound horrid coming through the hedge.
I don't see how you could tell one of our voices from another.
I could pick your voice out from the very beginning.
That's not for us. We've never gotten a telegram before.
Yes, it is. For Mrs. March. I was looking for Laurie when I met the messenger and promised to deliver it myself.
One minute, Mother.
Never heard of telegram like this.
Hush, Hannah. We don't know until we open it. Your husband is very ill. Come at once. Exhale blank. Hospital, Washington. I shall go at once. But it may be too late. Oh, girl. Girl, help me to bear it. Where will we get the money for the train ticket?
It will mean I got paid for my riding with the Spread Eagle. Everything I have to help Father.
We'll have to borrow it from Aunt March.
I have $3. Will it help?
Thank you, Laurie. That's very thoughtful. But I'm sure that Aunt March will lend it to us.
Aunt Marshall Crook. She always does when you ask for a dime.
I give all my quarterly salary towards the rent. Dear, because that's all that we can do.
I have no money, Mrs. March, but I could act as your escort. Mr. Lawrence has spoken of some business he'd like for me to carry out for him in Washington, and this would be a good time to go.
Thank you, Mr. Brooke. That's very kind. But I could hardly ask you to give up Christmas with the Lawrences.
I consider it a privilege.
I feel so much better with you there to protect her.
It's settled then. Miss Meg agrees.
Oh, I must go prepare for nursing. Hannah, go get the black trunk. Beth, run over to Mr. Lawrence's house and ask him if we can borrow some bottles of old wine. I'm sure that he'd love to help.
I can bring you the cranberry sauce at the same time.
The Lord help the dear man. I won't say any time crying until I get your things ready. Right over there.
There must be something I can do. I'll send them my blood and my watercolors of the orchard next from the road. $7 million.
We'll place it at the very top of the trunk so that it won't get crushed. Oh, you can also go and ask Aunt March for her financial assistance.
No, me too. Here, person. Merry Christmas, Aunt March.
Merry Christmas indeed. Since no one from my nephew's household came to wish me a Merry Christmas, I had my carriage bring me over here.
We sang carols under your window last evening.
Evening? It was 9 o'clock. I was already in bed, as all decent people should be.
We're in rather a state of confusion, Aunt March. You must forgive us.
Sit down, Aunt March. We have some rooms around.
Thank you, child. Josephine Where is Josephine?
She went out the front door several minutes ago.
You noticed? Nobody else saw her go.
I did.
Who is this young man?
He's Mr. Lawrence's grandson. And this is his tutor, John Brooke.
And one of the churches. Oh, that.
Aunt March.
Oh, don't go passing. Half I passing. He couldn't even keep your hair.
Aunt March, we have some very sad news. Here, read this.
He was too old for the army, so he had to volunteer as a chaplain. I told him himself to resume fighting in the minute. What is the use of his English or London?
I don't know. It doesn't say. But I must go to him. Unfortunately, I have no money at the moment. Could we possibly borrow it from you?
You know that you could never pay it back. anyway, as a Christmas present. Spend it on train fare and lodging instead of on clothes. Although, goodness knows, you all look shabby enough to ride in the coal car.
We're not all going, Aunt March. Just Marmee.
And who is going to run this household?
Well, Hannah will do the cooking as always, and Beth has been helping her for 3 years now. The other girls will carry on my work with the poor in the community and help Hannah with shopping.
Well, I cannot spare Josephine. Careless though she may be.
I wanted to ask you too. We do need her small salary to keep food on the table. Meg also will have to continue with the King children.
Oh, we'll probably take the extra chores, Marmee. It'll only help Father.
With your permission, Mrs. March, I think I should tell Mr. Lawrence of our plan and begin making arrangements.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks. And please apologize to him for all of the confusion.
This should do it, Miss March. I've already provisioned extra blankets, a hot water bottle, packed with your cake. It'll get squashed.
Joe, where have you been?
Out. Aren't you going to wish your answer? A Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Aunt March. Here, let me sit beside you, baby. I'm going to show you this tree. That looks belongs to your friends.
Oh, I do love pretty things.
Then you shall have it. I was going to take it to Josephine, because she looks like her grandmother. But if she does not appreciate something, I will give it to someone who does.
I love beautiful things too.
What a very sweet thing for you to do, Aunt March. You're very kind.
I try to be. What have you there, child?
Oh, some cranberry sauce from Mr. Lawrence. I should be going.
Oh, come here a minute, Beth. There may be a few other things that we should borrow from him as well. Perhaps some bandages and some antiseptic.
Oh, Marmee. I hope that isn't a gunshot wound.
So do I. But we don't know, and I must be prepared for anything. Take off your bonnet, dear.
My ears are still cold.
Here, stand by the fire.
Oh, I might as well get it over with. Here, Marmee. That's my contribution to making Father comfortable and bringing him home.
$25? Joe, I hope that you haven't done something rash.
No, the money's mine, honestly. I didn't beg, borrow, or steal it. I earned it. And I don't think any of you will blame me, for I only sold what was my own.
What have you done? Oh, Joe, your beautiful hair.
How could you? She doesn't look like my Joe anymore, but I love her dearly for it.
Dear child, there was no need of this. Aunt March has already given us all that we shall need.
Given you, not loaned you, it was my Christian duty.
You know, you're like a skunk, Joe. Oh, but I like it.
It doesn't affect the fate of the nation, so don't grieve anybody. It will be good for my vanity. I was getting too proud of my mom. And certainly, now my hair will no longer get caught in the branches of the apple tree when I take the shortcut down to my bedroom window.
Joe, your sacrifice will enable me to buy many gifts and comforts for your father. I hope that you won't regret it.
I won't. Though I must confess, I felt strangely when I saw the dear old hair laid out on the table. But $25 is quite a reward for lost vanity. Josephine, I shall require you to keep your bonnet on when you are in my house. Until your hair grows out, that is. Yes, Aunt March.
Mrs. March, I have 2 train tickets for this afternoon, and Mr. Lawrence insists that the young ladies have Christmas dinner with him.
The dear man.
The goose, the goose. What shall I do with the goose? Take it to the hovels.
We will now have a 15-minute intermission, so feel free to see that in your
It's okay.